Hi, beautiful souls. I'm Klara Lima, and this is Out of This World Show. My purpose is to bring the best out of the best ones. Let's evolve and elevate. Literally, like Nikki said, the queen with a queen. What's up, guys?
Hello. We have an intruder.
What's up, my beautiful people? I'm
ASMR.
Klara Lima, and I'm here with the one and only special, beautiful Ivy Poise. Okay, she's an artist. She's a socialite. She is a person that has just like that can blend into literally anybody and get what she wants. And I want to know actually what is the secret of the great communication with people? What is the secret?
I think the secret that's worked for me for so long is honestly it's the adaptation to people. It's like knowing, okay, I have to speak to a certain demographic differently than the other one. And it's also like just learning people, and you don't get to having the ability to adapt to different cultures or age groups or anything like that until you really start observing and learning people. That's it. That's really it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So basically today we are sitting here because we are planning a project together. It's gonna call Soul Gala.
Soul Gala.
Soul Gala, guys, and it's Soul Gala is gonna be like a amazing events for all the beautiful women, for all the powerful women, for all the women,
just women in general,
that
right?
know who they are, and also like the power of female is incredible. Guys, let me say that one more time. Power of women energy, especially when they group up and they create community, it's so powerful because women are natural healers. Women are healers, and women are extremely powerful creators. We can literally create life.
That's the biggest creation of them all is life, right?
Yes.
What else do you think makes like a powerful woman in your eyes?
So powerful women as a woman was able to unstuck herself from a victim mindset, was able to keep going, was able to really have hope and faith even at the biggest darkness that she goes through. Because part of a human experience, it can be suffering. I experienced that many times myself, but I noticed that in the hardest time, I always knew that there is going to be light at the end of there is going to be light and there is going to be a better times. But also, what keeps you going is the positive mindset.
Of course, yeah.
Guys, gratitude is everything. Like if you wake up every single day and it's easy to look at your iPhone or Android and start to scroll and just be mad at the bad news or whatever, But the second choice that we have as a people is to wake up and say, thank you, God, for a beautiful day. Thank you, God, for
breathing.
For breathing, for being alive,
right.
Like for being alive.
Absolutely.
Thank you for being alive. Thank you for another chance to make things better. And this is the beauty of life, to find reasons why to be grateful.
I agree. And then I think for me, if I were to answer that question, having power, I think people have misconstrued what power is and have made it into a negative thing. Because now, for example, you look at everyone who's in power, right? And I won't say it's definitely not all the people in power, but you have a certain group of people that are in power and they really have changed it for their own negative desires. But and I think that's why I loved, meeting you and really starting to know who you are, because, it's very rare that you have other people that know the true idea and definition of power. And instead of using it towards something that is not going to get you to your higher self, the idea is to use that power for other people and the people that are around you, and mostly the people that really need it and need the help, right? I think that's what we need most of is that.
You know what is a powerful woman to me? Not just a woman, a powerful being. It's a being that is in control of their own emotions. Okay, this is a very
emotional intelligence.
yeah, like to be in the control of your own emotions, on your own reactions, and on your own mind and thoughts. That's really big because that's what creates our realities, our thoughts, the way we can perceive thoughts, and the way we react on our thoughts. And it's easy to fall into cycle of being mad or being, to blame the world, to blame life, blame karma, blame anything. But when we actually see what we can do better, it always go back to the principle of all teachings. Of all teachings, what you give, you get. Okay,
That's the energy you put into the
That's
world. You get back.
Yeah, and also, for me, the biggest principle, the most important thing that I learned that got me to the next level is self-love.
Self-love is the biggest one. Yeah. Should we do it? Yeah.
Okay, so for me personally, what was the biggest one for me in my transformation in my life was to learn how to love myself. The concept of self-love, people always talk about self-love. What is self-love? Self-love is to consciously choosing actions that leads to your growth, that leads to self-improvement, and that leads to achieve the version of yourself that you want to see. For example, I'm not saying all the time because life is by balance, but if you're spending every single day outside on the parties without any plan, without any purpose, hanging out with people who drain your soul, this is not the way how you're going to get to your better self unless you're going to go for a big transformation and use it for your advantage. Use it as the darkness that you need to transform to the light. But the reality, guys, is that a lot of people don't make it out of that lifestyle.
Right.
Because once you get trapped into that toxicity, it's hard to get out.
It is.
It's really hard to get out because
hard.
it's so many brain imbalance, brain chemicals that are so you need a long detox.
And then it's a mental detox, it's an emotional detox, it's a spiritual detox. It's, I think for me, what got me to, because there's so many different things that go on with your life, right? Environment is a big thing that needs to be changed in self-love. Right?
Yes.
It needs to be changed. Your environment is the leading cause to a lot of things that happen in your life. Your stress, your loss of good people, your direction on how to maintain good people. It's one of the biggest things. And after you've decided and you are aware that you need to change these patterns within yourself, because patterns are, once you visibly are aware of your patterns, then that is when your journey to self-love, right? You have to accept that, okay, I have things that I have to work on. I have an issue. I have addiction, or I have these things I have to do to, progress into something better. So the environment, and then after that environment, now it is being consistent. And consistency
I won.
Look, we consistency needs to be on a plaque, right?
Yes.
Because like even when working out, we were just talking about this, like, right? Like some people, they need someone to push them. They need someone to say, no, you need to do this, or you need to. I know for a while I was like that. I mean, still to this day, I have my moments where I'm like, oh, I need a push. But then the self-love, that's what self-love is that you don't need someone else to do it. You need yourself to do it, to push you there, right? And so I think that for me, like I had to realize that I don't need, that was the biggest part of my journey, is to not be handicapped on someone else's advances or direction, and to find my own direction, whether that had been with my music, whether that had been with environments of a job, right? You know, I just recently, you know, went through that, and having to really say, okay, clearly this is not, you know, I think you have to come in a point of your life where it's like, I know if these people or my environment is not serving me my better purpose, then why am I here?
Yeah, exactly. I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, that's very true. You know, even environment of people was telling you, like, let's say, okay, one of the most toxic thing is to be stuck in an environment of people that have a low
vibration
and like kind of like low life point of view, you know.
Exactly.
That's very toxic, because at the end of the day, you can be the most talented person, you can be the most gifted person. If you're stuck in the wrong group of people who's holding your potential back, is a real fact that the energy is infectious, and also is like a frequency. People are frequency. If you're one person, okay, and you're not aware yet of your real power, of your real creative power, or you don't know yet who you really are, who you can be,
purpose,
or your purpose, and you're stuck around people who was telling you to just settle down, to be okay with the average. Hey, don't worry, like just don't risk it. Like, you know, they keep you in that fear. But I tell you something, you have to really step on your fear. You have to step into your fear in order to conquer. That's what you have to do. Like, if you never face your fears, you will never know. And then time goes by, and one day we all not gonna have maybe chance anymore to do what we wanted to do. And one more thing, the most common regret of people on that bad, which is scary, is they didn't do what they wanted to do in their life. And then life is over, and then you're fucked.
Yeah. And then it's like your spirit, because again, right, your spirit and what's in here, your spirit and this is a vessel. All of this, your skin, all of that, that's just the vessel, right? After, there's no more life, but the spirit has to, afterwards, after the vessel is gone, has to find its way. And your spirit is still going to, you know, if you believe in reincarnation or not, you know, just say you do, right? And that spirit goes into spirits, even though they reincarnate, they still carry on past life regrets. So it is your duty in this life to make sure that you do the things that serve you, and that's your purpose, and that you want to do, because you don't want to pass that. That's like, again, that's generational. Talk about generational curses.
Yes, exactly. And, you know, the great way how to kind of like figure out your purpose is in two ways. Do what makes you feel alive, what makes your heart beat. Like, do what you love. It's very simple, because that's probably your purpose. What comes so natural to you, what makes you feel alive, what makes you feel passionate. A lot of people here in United States, they say, just do the things to make the bag and worry about it later. But I just really think you should do what you have been sent here, because then the universe will support you. Universe, God, life will move. Every single resource is your way for you to be able to execute your purpose. That's a fact, you know?
Yeah.
And that's a fact, because I saw it in my life. Like, I know I'm meant to share a message. I know I'm meant to help people through my words and stuff like this. So God always makes sure he gives me all the tools I need, even in the crazy situation. It always works out, you know, with the people, with the right people, with the right ambiences,
because
places.
you figured it out.
It's just no, it's just like the gift, you know, and that's how I know this is the right place, because it works out effortlessly almost.
Right.
I just have to show up and do my job.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
showing up is where some people, you know, and I think that's what's, you know, when we were talking about, you know, our future endeavors, that's the biggest thing, is all we're asking, all we want is for we want the girls to show up. We want the girls to show up. That's all. And once you show up, then, you know, the universe says, okay, now I can help you, because you took the first step. You did what was needed, right? I know we got it. Oh, if you guys could smell.
if you guys can smell, this is a divine beauty.
This is, it smells so good.
This is, how is it called? Divine Beauty Incense. So you have to show up though, because nowadays, you know, it's like I tell you a story, okay? So when I stopped drinking and when I went through my big transformation that I love to share in the TV shows and in the media, because that's my story, you know, and I know that people need to see hope.
Of course.
A lot of people, they go through the same like I used to. And I remember, you know, I put myself in a kind of isolation for 2 years. And I was just like by myself all the time. And I was just in my bedroom all the time. And I was home. And I was just like watching a lot of YouTube videos, trying to figure out, like, because it was such a shock for me to go from being a rapper to change my whole lifestyle, cut off all people, all toxic energy that I was creating around myself. Like, I had to just shut it off, you know, because at the end of the day, there was my choice to do certain things, and there was my choice to go the ego direction, pure ego direction.
Right.
Nothing to do with my purpose. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
It's pure ego, and it's fine, because it's the process. It's like we don't know in certain age what is good, what is bad. We think this is the best, and we do it because we think this is the best.
Right.
But then life and circumstances show you, wow, this is not maybe the best. This is, and for some people it works though, because some people are not meant yet to get to the next level, because they need to go through some experiences in order to understand some things. You know, every person is in a different stage, in a different understanding, so we can never judge.
No,
you know, the whole
yeah.
thing. There's
so many layers, like you
so
said.
many layers and so many personalities and so many stories and lives. So for me, it didn't work though, because it was exactly the opposite of what I was meant to do.
Right.
So life showed me real quick, hey, you can't do this.
You
shit.
can't do this.
You can't do this. So, and I understood.
Right.
But what I'm saying, I was locked at home, like not locked, but I was just at home. You know, I was staying at home for 2 years, and I didn't barely go out. And it gets you in a point where you don't meet new people. You're all the time isolated. You're just with yourself. You're home with your cat. You know, you just know the world from the internet. So you disconnect yourself and you get depressed. Okay, then comes the depression, because people need people sometimes to interact, to build
course,
healthy
that's human.
relationship. That's
humanity.
A human connection.
Yeah.
It's normal, you know. So the whole point was just, once I started to recover completely, you know, like even mentally, and I felt like, okay, I'm ready to step into the new era, and I started to meet people, started to network. That's when the doors started to open, because sitting home, not many things will happen for you.
Yeah, no,
Period.
for sure.
You have to go out, and you have to
go
even
get it.
ask universe. The way I ask universe is like, hey universe, give me the sign.
Give me this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always like, hey, universe, give me the sign, show me the right direction. And it works
And it
all the
works.
time.
Yeah.
Universe listens to you. Okay, guys, words have power.
Power. And words have power to yourself.
100%. Words are so powerful.
If you say, oh, I'm so exhausted, you're going to be exhausted. And you might have worked 15, 17 hour a day, right? But it's like knowing how. It's like, I always use this analogy. Wim Hof is like one of my favorite breathing instructors. And he mentally has mastered a way to control his body temperature just by his breath work, right? His mental here. What is up here? I'm okay. I'm breathing. I'm using my body. What was given to me to control myself, right? And that's like one of the biggest powers, is to say, okay, I know it's mental. I'm not exhausted. I'll be fine. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm energetic.
And then the energy is going to come out, you know?
Yes. So what is your best mantra that keeps you motivated?
Choose people that choose you. Yeah. I don't know if you remember this movie. It was called Sister Act 2. And there was a line in this movie, I never forget it. Ever since I was a little kid, I have remembered this line, and mostly because of my music. The mother goes to the daughter. She goes, listen, if you want to be a writer, you surround yourself with writers. You want to be a singer, you surround yourself with singers.
That one.
You have to surround yourself with people that are on the same frequency.
Exactly. I agree with that. You have to surround yourself, I would say, with a higher frequency, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like, for example, you have been on this journey, this transition, right? Well, you went through the transition, and you have even though you have transformed so many things about you, and even the way you speak about it, it's so inspiring, right? So you are in your journey, right? You're on whatever chapter in your novel, chapter 20, right? I know, and this is where you also have to be honest with yourself, right? When you are embarking on this journey, again, it's about being honest with yourself. It's about saying, I know, you're looking in the mirror, and like you said the other day, I can't preach something and not do it, right? So I have to look in the mirror and I have to say, okay, this is what's wrong, this is what's wrong, this is what's wrong. It's no problem. There's nothing wrong with pointing out your flaws and what's wrong with you.
Not in front of the mirror. Absolutely fucking never.
Yes.
Guys,
yes.
Okay. Sorry about this one. I'm just gonna correct it. Okay.
She said not in the mirror.
Okay. Rule number 1. Never ever speak bad things to yourself in the mirror.
But it's not speaking bad things though.
I know. You meant it honest, but you say look at the mirror. Yes, look at the mirror.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna add something.
Okay.
Look at the mirror and visualize
what you want
to be.
That is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
See, she put it in better words. Yes.
No, because I saw a lot of people looking at the mirror, and I used to hate my own reflection in the mirror for no reason. I was a pretty girl, but I remember I could not look at myself at the mirror because I hated, this and this and that. It was just I just hated myself back then because I went through, being bullied.
Was it because you didn't recognize yourself?
No, it was because I wasn't my healing journey yet,
right.
Okay. So basically my background was like it was a lot of forces against self-love because I went through really hardcore bullying, my whole school. And it makes you doubt yourself. It makes you think something is wrong with you
when there's absolutely
when you're not accepted by the society. It was just like a, the painful point. And then when you grow up, you have to start to understand, well, the world is not bad. You just have wounds inside yourself that you need to work on. You have to either do your own healing rituals, or you have to go to a therapist, or you have to go to a counselor, or you have to do whatever works for you. For everybody works something else.
But can I add something?
Yeah.
I've always said this because I really believe this. Some people go to therapy because, first of all, I think therapy is most needed, okay, with whatever you're doing, right? But try to not go to therapy when it's really bad. And the reason why I say that, I'm going to clear this up. The reason why I say that, again, sometimes in our lives we don't have choices, but I say to do therapy before it gets bad.
Yes, because exactly.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Because it's like,
because
because I want to hear what.
I'm just gonna give a really savage example. Okay, if you start to do Botox age 45, it's not gonna probably help you.
Right.
If you're gonna start early, it's gonna prevent it.
Exactly.
And it's going to look good because it's going to prevent the aging, right?
Exactly.
Probably that was the most superficial example ever.
But it's probably the closest analogy. No, but you're right.
Truth.
But it's the truth, right? It's like
yeah.
you have to do it. That's the same thing. Like, for example, I have a lot of friends, women who, I mean, every relationship has its downfalls. Or battles. I won't say downfalls, but battles. But for some reason, the most times couples go to counseling is when it's really bad, and at that point, it's so hard to get to a stage of reconciliation or a stage of acceptance and a stage of wanting to change, because at that point, where are you? You're already doing, you've gotten to a point where you look at that person different.
It's very true, and it's very true. I agree with that, and it's very true, and the fact is that there are so many divorce rates, and it's very hard to put together to create a harmonious relationship that is flawless, that that is like mistakeless. It's very hard.
It is hard,
and it's kind of almost impossible. And I feel like it's really about the decision if you want to stay and build with that person, no matter what happens.
That's it.
No matter what crisis or situations happens.
Yeah.
It's all about the decision. And second thing, you were saying, don't wait to go to the therapy when it's really bad. I do agree with that, because you only have one brain, okay? One the brain. I am not a doctor or a psychiatrist, but this is a common sense, okay? When you are so overwhelmed and overstressed, and you just like really destroy yourself with that stress, being overwhelmed, and doing over and over bad choices, and like then one day it might be really too late. Okay,
exactly. That's a thing.
That's a fact. I have a friend who works. He is a very, very amazing man. He is a motivational speaker. He works with the young people. He works, and he counselor for young guys that is going through their problematic and stuff. And he also works with addicts and stuff like this. And he said, you know what? Only 2% of people ever recover and get out of their bad habits and lifestyle, because addiction is a bitch. Okay. And getting into a trap of like easy gratification, instant easy gratification, that's even bigger trap. I'm not gonna even say what most of the internet do nowadays to make their money, and nothing wrong with that,
right?
But you know what, it's the instant gratification and the easiness
and the easy road
and the easy road though. Like I believe that it always depends on the intention. Okay, it's different. Let's say when you're doing things to feed your kids,
Right.
when you have a sick family, you know what? God is giving you resources to provide for them. God is giving you resources to really help somebody who is in need.
Of course.
But if people do things only for selfish purposes,
Of course, they're not
like and for like, you know, just to that's just not that's not gonna go anywhere.
It's not gonna go anywhere.
So
No.
I really wish that we as a humanity had a better understanding about the whole energy thing, you know, because it's important.
You know, but I will say this. I honestly and I truly believe this. I think that we just don't see it. We're not able to see it because we have, again, like I said earlier, we have people and certain powers that want to divide and conquer our energies when all of us are supposed to be connected. But the major thing is, it is like, how do I say this? Hold on, let me gather my thoughts. Pause. So I feel like it's once you have a certain, you know, you see these people in power and they want to divide and conquer, but I truly believe that there's way more people that are like us. There's way more people like us that actually have positive thinking, that actually want this world to be better. It's just we're divided because of who conquered, right? So it's like, and there's, I think, way more good people in the world than we have access to seeing. Do you believe that?
I have 100% because like
There's no way that there's,
you know, when you look at the structure of all media,
right. Yeah.
think about it twice. The structure of media, structure of news.
Right.
Is this person against this person, this people against this people.
Always.
All the time. And, you know what it is? Like, guys, unity is the power. Is the ultimate power. Unity is the power. Okay? Together we are stronger. That's a fact. If people gonna divide all the time, if they're gonna divide all the time from everybody, this is how people become powerless. And I say that all the time, the biggest power is love. And that's the truth.
That's truth.
The biggest power in humanity is love. It's also the highest vibration is love. It's almost love and enlightenment, you know, that goes together because it's pure love. There's no fear.
There's no fear. There's no
Love,
fear.
like, you get what I'm saying? Fear is
is a division as well.
Exactly. When people fear you, yeah, it's just like fear is really, it's good to use fear until certain point. For example, when you're crossing the street, you need a little bit, not fear,
Caution.
to be a
Not
little
fear, caution.
that you need to look around,
Right.
to stay safe. That's it.
And and it's not even, it's that, it's not even, it's the caution and being aware. It's the awareness of saying this could possibly happen. Maybe, you know, this could happen. You know, it's going, you know, having both sides to the spectrum, right? And saying, okay, I'm aware that these, you know, obstacles can come about, but I have no fear to actually continue forth, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Whatever you want.
Okay, yes. All right, my beautiful souls.
Yes. I love when you say that.
People are beautiful souls. That's what it is. But hey, I want to tell you something, guys. Okay, we're planning here with Ivy. She is so dope. Like, I saw so many events she organized. So I decided to partner with her on this project, Soul Gala, which is going to be basically for beautiful, glamorous, elegant, spiritual, elevated, powerful, gorgeous, amazing women. Okay,
All about women.
And we are doing events together where the whole purpose is to honestly just create like beautiful experience
for women, and I think like the goal is to bring women however we can. Every event's going to be different, but each event's going to have an element on how to get to your higher self, right? But it's for everyone. It's for all women, but
Yes.
every woman, right? There's no discrimination here. We love all women. We are
We
girls.
love all beautiful
Yes,
souls.
we are girls. So yeah, I'm very excited to start this with you. I think this will be something amazing in the city that's going to bring the women in the city, which, you know, we love our city. Our city is amazing.
It's Miami,
It's
baby.
Miami, baby. So we are going to bring something. And this visionary right here, I mean, she already is doing so many amazing things. So to collab with you on this is like an honor. I do have to tell you that. I
Thank
really
you. For
know
me too.
seriously. So I'm excited you guys to bring this to women. I want women to be. We rule the world. I don't know what anyone else thinks, but women rule the world.
It's
Okay,
very true. Yeah, we give life.
we give life.
Yeah. So I know it's gonna be beautiful. No, it's just gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be different than anything else in a unique way.
Yeah.
And the Soul Gala just is gonna be soulful and glamorous.
Soulful and glamorous.
Yes, baby.
I like this. That's that rapper.
Soulful
the
and
bars.
glamorous.
That was a bar.
Why people always like, listen, you're not the first one people tell, oh, you should rap again. Like, I can, but it would be like a rap of elevation.
But imagine this woman rapping as hard as this woman raps, okay? Like on some high vibrational, like higher, like it's all about uplifting. It's like you said, you have a powerful, like you have, when I said your power, when you asked that question to me earlier, I was really serious about that. You have this like vision where you see other things that people don't see yet. And that's because you have already, been on your healing journey.
Thank you, baby.
Like that's your power.
Well, it's because I don't drink for 4
That's
years.
true.
You know what? Like my vision cleared up. And this is why, guys, you need to understand, okay, the reason why I push sobriety is so hard, the reason why I push sobriety so hard is because when you really give up alcohol completely, your whole life will detox, your vision will change,
Yeah.
your life direction will change, your whole persona, aura, and energy will change, and you become so powerful. Okay?
Yeah.
That's a fact. Like alcohol was used and is used for centuries and thousands of years to lower
Your
human
vibration.
consciousness and vibration. And since I stopped drinking, it completely changed my whole life. It's just the truth. You know, I
Yes.
can't make this up. Like I really lost 40 pounds. I changed my whole circle. My money went up and just my career redirected to the right direction. You know what I mean? Like it's just like I went through a hell to the paradise. And I really
Exactly.
want people to experience the same, because I'm not telling you, hey, you know, a little drink is demonious. No, it's the whole concept of actual addiction. When you fall for it, when you drink, when you feel happy, when you drink, when you feel sad, when you drink, when you're out, when you drink, when you're on date, when you drink to connect with people, when you drink to be more confident.
Right.
Shit like this, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's just bullshit.
I will
And
say this. That year I went, I went vegan and completely sober. I was 100% sober for a year and 9 months completely. The best I ever felt. And then, it just got to a point where I was just like, oh, okay, I have my control, which even though you might have control, but, I started, going back since January on my healing journey and sober journey, because it's like, I agree with you. And I think that's another reason why, certain people come into your lives, because I always said, because there's certain friends I don't hang out with because I know that they drink excessively, and it's like, it's to the point where I mentally, because my energy is so important to me. Like I've cut off so many people because of that, that fact. Like I said, having, people around you that have the same idea of where they want to go. And that's why I gravitate towards you so much, because I know that I'm on my sober journey. And when I look at her and I'm like, okay, I know, again, I know her story and I know why you're not drinking and why you are sober. And I have to think, no, that's the same thing. So it honestly, like I said, that's why you choose people that choose you.
Yeah, that's very true. Thank you.
You know what I mean?
That's sweet. Thank you so much, Ivy. And yeah, and you know what, the guys, like, I really wish, and I really know more I'm gonna speak about it, more people will understand
Right.
that what holds you back might be the one drink that you always choose to drink, because that was the first thing I changed in my life. And then the chain of new, like, better
like slippery
habits.
slope.
Yeah, like, you know, because you cut one thing and then you wake up, you're actually reborn. Because when you're drinking, you're slowly dying. You're slowly killing
It's
yourself.
deteriorating your
It's
inside.
true. It's like, alcohol is killing your body, it's killing your soul, it's killing your vibration, it's killing your relationships. It's just like, it really.
It's a fact, man. It's a fact.
So I'm very passionate to talk about this topic, and it's not because I'm some crazy AA. No. Sorry. Yo, I'm just.
Wait, you gotta see our faces for this.
It's just true, yo. It's just the truth. It's the truth.
It is
Listen,
the truth.
it's the truth.
It's the
I am not
truth.
a crazy AA person.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
I never went to these, and God bless them. Okay, everybody has their own way. I am not that. I just know the power of being sober, and I'm always gonna share that with people who need to hear that.
But that's also, it's self-control. It's self-control.
No, it's not. It's the power of knowing. It's the power of choosing to live or to die. You want to live or you want to die. It's up to you. If you
But that is self-control, because it's control. Yeah, it's a choice of
choice.
yeah.
If you always think that you're always in control, you get nuts. You need
Yeah,
to,
that's true.
Yeah, you
Okay, I
nuts,
get.
because
Yeah,
people
yeah,
get
yeah.
frustrated by
Yeah,
the
of
idea
course,
of
having to.
discipline.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they get so frustrated by the idea of discipline, so they can do the 90%, and then they fail one time and it throws them off completely and they relapse.
Yeah, that's
you know?
true, actually.
So listen,
Yeah.
it's not about self-control. This is about, we're beautiful people and we love ourselves.
Yeah. That's
that's
it.
it.
That's it.
So we don't want any poison in our body.
No.
That's it. That's how I approach it.
I mean, like, you know, my mom passed away from alcoholism, you know,
sorry
that's,
to
no, it's
hear
okay.
that.
But, you know, that's not it's, you know, I know I always talk about like sad things. You always, but that's just it for me. I came to a term where I had to be, it's just me being honest, you know, it's me saying, look, this is what happened to my mother. And yes, it's sad, but at the end of the day, you know, you can help people that don't want to be helped. They have to do it on their own. And I know that, and I saw it, what it did. So that's why I went on my own journey, you know, and those are times where I'm like, oh, you know, I'll have like a sake. And then I'll think, yeah, even though it's one, but I don't want to wake up tomorrow and be like, oh, I did one yesterday, one before. I didn't even do anything for 4 months.
Yeah. Yeah. It can happen. It can also
that's what
happen.
just happened to me recently. We
can
were at
happen.
Sushi Sake. I had a sake. And I promise you, when I left, I was literally, I didn't even, you know, like, it was these random long periods of time, and then you have one, and then it's like, well, what was that for? Because it really didn't do anything.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well,
sober life.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're so beautiful. And look at the space.
Yes, the space is beautiful. We're here.
We are here.
And the beautiful Office Logic, the hub. This space is so gorgeous.
So
I'm
gorgeous.
so grateful for this space.
They put a lot of like detail and love and effort into this. You guys see the crystals?
Yeah. No, they're secret crystals.
Oh, secrets. Sorry.
Yeah.
You can't. Okay.
I'm fucking with you.
I really want women to know this, right? We have something in us that not only can it be a sense of community, because that's what I and Clara want to bring, is a sense of community. I want women to start within their own communities, building their own community, and really understanding that us women, we are so much more powerful together than separated. If we can just start with ourselves and start with our friend groups. And if you see someone, like, ladies, if you see a girl and her hair's out of place, you may not know her from a can of paint. Go and help your fellow sister.
100%, exactly.
You know, I want us to start doing little minute changes, because the small changes are going to gradually turn into big changes. Every woman that's watching this right now, please do that. And we're going to grow, and we're going to have, in years from now, our whole community is going to be somewhere where we cannot be divided or conquered.
Exactly. Thank you for that, Ivy.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's beautiful. So one of the most powerful techniques how to manifest actually is called mirror affirmation. So the way you do that, you stand in front of the mirror, you write down with the red lipstick everything that you want to become in the present time. So let's say, I am beautiful, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I have a dream job, I'm happily married. Whatever you want, it's up to everybody personal decision what they want. The most important part is to write it down and repeat it every single day in front of the mirror, and really feel that, because the secret and the manifestation is the feeling. The secret is the feeling. The secret is to feel like you're such a powerful human being. You're already there, and nothing can and will stop you. Okay? That's the most important part, to realize that what you feel, okay, if you feel wealthy, you gonna become wealthy. That's a fact, okay? If you feel beautiful, you're gonna radiate beauty. You're really gonna radiate beauty, because people can sense what you think and what you think about yourself, what you feel. It is like a telepathic communication kind of, but the energy speaks louder than the words. So you always have to make sure that if you don't feel good, you need to update your mind real quick, so people don't, you know, you don't poison the frequency around you and yourself with a bad vibration. There's always a way how to switch your mind from negative to positive. That's really true. It's always the moment when you have to change consciously. All right, guys. Super powerful tool how to improve your life. Make sure you watch your speech. Make sure everything that you say, you are not cursing yourself, but you're blessing yourself. Not just yourself, but you're blessing everything around you with your words. This is really important, because a lot of people, they put curse on themselves with their own tongue. Okay? There is a reason in every single teaching, power of tongue, power of speech. What you say, you are kind of like calling to yourself, right? So some people, they say, oh, it's always like that. It's always like that. It's always like that. And guess what? It's always going to happen like that, because you're already putting it in the present and in future. You're already manifesting the things that you don't want. The universe doesn't know the difference between positive and negative. So when you say you don't want something, you are calling for it. Okay? What you resist, you become. That's a fact. It's in many teachings. What you resist, you become. So don't resist anything, don't judge anything, and don't take nothing for granted, because life is not for granted. Okay? I have been in so many situations that were so dark, and it just shifted my perspective, and I had to learn how to be grateful, how to appreciate things more, because I used to did not appreciate things. I used to take everything for granted. I used to be very arrogant, and life teach me how to not be arrogant. Life teach me how to humble myself, right? These things are important, and we have to really keep ourselves on the check and be grateful every single day. This is the key, how to grow, how to maintain, and how to, enhance the blessings that we have. Because universe will bless you more with what you have if you're grateful for that, right? Everybody doesn't understand it yet, but it's okay. Okay, everybody can learn. This is not a thing you cannot learn. Everybody can learn how to be more grateful, how to be more appreciative, how to wake up every single day, look at the mirror and say, thank you that I'm alive. Thank you that I breathe. Thank you for this life. Thank you for the opportunity that I have today to do something better. So it's all about seeing the right perspective, because every person has a different battles. Every person has a different suffering. Every person might deal with the biggest trauma right now in this moment. People go through grief. People go through heartbreaks. People go through loss, addictions, whatever. This is life, right? But once you decide that you are actually start to see the positive things in your life, this is when you're going to win, because you're going to start to count your blessings. And guess what? Life will give you more blessings to count. It always works like that. So I love you guys. And
Woo!
hey,
Yes. High five, babe.
yeah,
Wait, are we done? Yeah, we're done.
that was the speech. What's up, guys?